Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about this rider that panics and causes his own crash. So this is why we need to stay focused and have smooth inputs on the controls. Oh, we're gonna watch this motorcyclist. He's gonna move forward. He's gonna get in position right in front of the sports car. So we're lane filtering up to the front, and you're gonna notice another motorcyclist go right there. And I don't know if this motorcyclist with the camera is gonna be like, you know what, I wanna catch up and show off. So ego might be a play in this, but look at his hands. Watch the jerky movements, you know, the shifting, the throttle. He's going full speed, almost in the red zone. And then he's gonna panic brake right here. Boom, panic brake because he saw the brake lights. He's gonna have a lot of lacerations, a lot of injuries, abrasion, everything, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into that. If you're looking for a way to put your phone on the motorcycle, why don't you check out Rockform? Great product. I bought it myself and I use it every single day. So what went right, what went wrong, and how we can use that information for ourselves. Now I'm gonna look for stuff that went right and what definitely went wrong. And let's go ahead and pick our brains and figure out and be creative with this. If you'd like to submit your own video for accident analysis, make sure you click the link in the description. It's going to be right next to the original video on this one. There's no audio with the original video, so I can't, hear the engine noises. I can't hear any of that stuff. So we're going to go based off of just visualization. So right here, he's going to go up to a red light. Now, this is not the United States. You can tell by the license plates right there. So this is not the United States. This lane filtering is possibly legal here. In the United States, it's not illegal in California, and it's legal in Utah. There are some great guidelines for Utah and everything, so I highly recommend following them. But I want to say this is what went right for me right here. This image, only this image, is that he is in a position to where he is now going to have great line of sight. People can see where he's at, and if anybody behind him isn't paying attention, they'll hopefully run into the car in front of him because he's off to the side. That is where I typically sit when I am at a red light or a stop sign. But we're going to go ahead and move on to what went wrong because there's not much that went right after this. So he's going to move up front. He's going to lane filter. And you see how he went to this spot? Let's go ahead and scroll back just a little bit. How he did it is he went into the right turn lane without even doing a head check, without checking his mirrors, without anything. So if you guys are ever going to do this, make sure you do a quick head check. You don't know if there's another car coming in. So he's going to go into here, possibly could get hit from a car behind him, didn't even check. He's going to move up front. So right away, I can tell he's going to be a little bit reckless. We got a red light, and we have this motorcyclist right here. Not full gear, but that's not a big deal. He's probably riding his own ride, and honestly, it looks like an old XR 1200 from Harley. I actually like those bikes a lot. But anyways, we're going to have the rider right here. So let's take a look at the speedometer while we're here. It's going to be kilometers per hour. But right here on the right side, look at the RPMs, okay? Obviously, there's all the white all the way to 10,000. But then we're going to see the red zone, 11 and 12,000. You do not want to be in the red zone very long, if not at all. So we're going to watch that. So this motorcyclist is going to go up front, and he's going to go ride. Now it hit green light. You see how this is a typical position. The head goes down. We're about to gun it, gun it, gun it. That is typically what's going to happen when you are not focused on safety and you're only focused on having fun in terms of let's race, race, race. I like to have fun when I'm being safe. I like to pick the best line and see how I can do it. See the jerky movements? See the hands? Those are completely jerky movements. Let's go ahead and scroll back just a little bit. I want you to see this right there. See that right hand? That is 100% throttle. Now, when I said look at the RPMs, look at where the RPMs are at right now. About 9,000 RPMs, or about 100 kilometers an hour. He went 0 to 62 miles per hour. Super fast, barely outside the intersection. So he's at a high rate of speed already, but we're gonna go ahead and watch him go even faster. So he's going faster, faster, one-handed. He's putting on his indication. You see that right there? That's fine and dandy, but we're already going 75 miles an hour from here. We're already in the red zone. He is pinging his bike. Unsure if he's trying to meet up with the rider up ahead, possibly show off or say hi or look at the bike. It's a great looking bike. Who knows? But I want you to pay attention now, since we already know what he's doing with his hands. Very jerky movements, very not smooth movements. Smooth is what's going to save your life in a lot of these situations. But look at the people up front. You're going to see brake lights. These are your clues that something's going to happen. Now we have an open road, quite a bit of space cushion here, but might not be enough for the braking distance. But the way he handles his braking, the front brake, 0 to 100% braking, just like he does 0 to 100% throttle. You cannot do that. So let's watch real quick. So right here, boom, reached for it. He reached for the brakes. So watch his right hand, everybody. He's very fast with the shifting. He's in the red zone. He's going possibly 80 miles an hour. he's going to go ahead and he's going to pull in that clutch and shift. He's in the middle of shifting with his right hand. He went 0 to 100% by the time he left the friction zone out of his left hand on the clutch. And as soon as he does that, he's going to grab with 3 fingers to that front brake because he sees the brake lights up ahead. And when he slams those brakes, he loses all traction to that front wheel and it's going to dive. That is what's going to happen when you go from 0 to 100% braking pressure. There's a thing called progressive brake pressure, guys, and progressive brake pressure means you're going 0, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%, all the way to 100%. You should go 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now, you can go fast. You can do that smoothly, but it's still going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all that stuff. You go quick. Okay, you don't skip a step. You don't go from 10% brake pressure to 90% brake pressure. You go 10, 20, 30 smoothly. Think of it as like squeezing an orange and you're trying to get the orange juice. You do not smash it. You're going to get orange juice everywhere. It's going to be a mess. You're going to grab it, you're going to squeeze it, and while you get some orange juice coming out, you're going to squeeze harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. Think of that as your brake pressure, guys. When you go from 0 to 100% like this guy did, you're going to dump your bike, especially at these speeds. And the reason why I say grabbing this, look at his hand movements. We're going to go ahead and scroll back just a little bit. His hand movements are very jerky. They're not smooth. When they're not smooth, you're not going to have a good time. So with that information that we talked about, I want you to watch this one more time. Therefore, you can see exactly what I'm saying. You know, jerky movements need to be smooth because if you're going to be in an emergency, you're going to make a smooth movement. It's going to be fast though. Jerky and fast is not good. Smooth and fast is what you want. So let's watch this. He's going to go up to here. He's going to move into this position, not do a head check. He's going to get in front of the sports car. He's going to see this really nice XR 1200 probably from Harley. This guy's going to want to catch up to him. Boom, green light. He's going to go. And he's going to go from 0 to 78, 80 miles an hour super quick. We're roughly about 60 miles now and 70 to 80 miles an hour right now in the red zone. Very bad movements. Boom, jerky movements, split second, crashed. And this is also going to be a need for gear. I want you to take a look at his knee right here. So his knee has been demolished. Now this right here needs to be proper gear, okay? If you're gonna have motorcycle jeans, you might have a rip like this, but underneath motorcycle jeans with armor, you're gonna have something that's gonna protect you. So armor is gonna be an impact resistant material. So when you impact something, let's say you fall down right now and you put your hands out, you want to have pads on your hands, right? You want to have pads on your shoulders if you fall to your shoulders. It's not necessarily just abrasion resistance, it's also a impact resistance. And abrasion resistance is going to help you from getting, you know, basically sandpapered to death on the road like this. All this right here is sandpapering you down. And that's the point of having gear. Now this guy has full gear. You can see the gloves. You can obviously has a helmet. He has a jacket. You see the motorcycle boots. And then also he has some type of heavy duty pants. Quite possibly it could have been some type of motorcycle pants with armor in it, but that's exactly why you need to have armor. Make sure you guys are wearing your gear. Make sure you guys are being smooth with the inputs. The only way you become smooth is if you practice, practice, practice. So check out the DDFMcrew.com website, and that is going to give you a lot of information on how to be smooth, because if you do not practice, you're never going to be smooth when it comes to an emergency. Emergencies cause a panic, causes people to drop the bike, causes people to do weird things, and that is what you don't want to do. I'll see you guys later.
The more braking power you're gonna have to stop. So what you need to do is gradually put weight on that foot, on that front tire, to get it to stop better. It's the same foot, same tire, same foot. Now there's just weight on it. So now you can stop better.